Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast from Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on the daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community. We refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Monday, July the 21st, 2025, in the sixth week after Pentecost during this season of ordinary time. This is a time for us to live an extraordinary, disciplined life as we experience spiritual growth. The lectionary reading is from the second book of the Old Testament, the book of Exodus. Jewish traditions identify Moses as its author. It recounts how God used Moses to free the Israelites after 430 years of slavery in Egypt, their journey through the desert, and how they became God's chosen people and were brought back to their promised homeland. Moses had fled Egypt after killing an Egyptian who was fighting an Israelite. He settled in the Midianite desert where he became a shepherd for a priest named Jethro. He married Jethro's daughter Zipporah, and they had two sons. But everything changed when God told Moses to go back to Egypt so that he could free the family of Israelites. Moses had been hiding in the desert for 40 years. So he returned to Egypt with his wife and two sons, but he soon had to send them back to Jethro's home for a while. The Israelites' families escaped from Egypt. They crossed the Red Sea while the Egyptian army was destroyed as they tried to recapture them and bring them back to Egypt. And today's reading covers the first 12 verses of Exodus chapter 18. It is the story of Moses' reunion with his father-in-law Jethro, along with his wife and two children. Now, Jethro had been following the news reports about how God had helped the families of Israel escape Egypt and how the Lord had brought them out of Egypt. So he sent a message to Moses in the desert to let him know they were on their way to see him. When they arrived, Moses took the time to greet them, and Jethro listened as Moses recounted everything that had happened in detail to Pharaoh and the Egyptian army. Moses also shared with him the hardships the families of Israel had faced during their journey. There was a time when they had no water to drink, and when they finally found water, it was bitter to the taste. When Moses threw a piece of wood into the water, it miraculously turned into sweet, drinkable water. He also told Jethro about the constant grumbling of the people about the food the Lord provided and about their complaints about everything. And just before Jethro arrived, the Lord had helped them secure a battle against a powerful nation that even Jethro's nation was unable to conquer. Jethro was delighted with everything he heard from Moses. He rejoiced as he praised the Lord for his faithfulness to Moses and to the family of Israelites. Jethro declared there were no other gods greater than the Lord. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, gathered with the elders of Israel and with Aaron, that's Moses' brother, and they shared a meal together in the presence of God.